Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Angelton Asa, Prince of the Sun, and we're having a model coach. Is it model coach? No. Don't get scared. He is a basketball coach. He trains the young kids, those who look at growing their talent to become professional basketballers. This is the right time to tune in, whether you have a young child or yourself, you feel like you can make it. I have the big man here. Ladies and gentlemen, he also coaches young people against alcohol abuse and drug abuse. This is the right time to get the right information to kindly push your life away from that miserable side. But biggest of all and the most interesting of all is I have a commercial, editorial, and print model who also couples as a financial consultant. Without further delay, help me introduce none other than Mark Okidi. You're welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm very good, actually. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
This is My Style with Asa, and we are at Coffee City. How do you find their coffee so far?
Actually, it's quite amazing. I was actually blown away when I tested it, actually.
Wow. I mean, you're a commercial model. Would you find it commercially viable to promote them? Definitely. Is their quality good enough to be promoted?
I could definitely strike a smile for, you know, this kind of coffee. Definitely, I could advertise this kind of coffee.
Okay.
It's amazing, and I've always been a big fan of coffee.
Wow. Okay.
Which is not something too many people know.
That's quite amazing.
So, probably one of the first people to know.
Oh, I'm so glad. So, Mark, tell me, who is Mark Okidi? Who is Mark?
Well, what I can tell you is Mark Okidi is grounded person, very humble, respectful, and disciplined. Okay. And I come from a family where they put so much emphasis on hard work, being streamlined as a person, and growing up, like the family focuses so much on putting out somebody into society, somebody that can be of value, of great value to society. But all around, what I can tell you is that from those who know me, a very calm, very collected person, very outgoing person, very understanding at the same time. I also have to love to have a little bit of fun, very educative. Wow. I'm just down for anything for as long as it's not bad energy.
Whoa. That's what's up. That's the right energy.
As long as,
So you've been playing basketball your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much.
What made you love basketball? Did you have someone who inspired you to join basketball and all that?
Actually, to be honest with you, I have a cousin. He's called Okidi Innocent. Apparently lives in the UK. Okay. But at first, when I was about 7, 8, and I saw him come around with a basketball. At that time, he was at SMAC. You know, he was studying at SMAC. He used to play basketball. Yes. I used to see the way he dribbles, the way they carry themselves. So I found it to be really cool at that time.
They had the swag and the vibe.
The swag, the way they would move. At that time, the lingo, the way they would speak and talk. Yeah. I really found that to be very attractive at that time. I was like, man, you know what? I can get into this thing, you know.
Unfortunately, it was SMAC. There were no girls chasing after them.
Yeah, so at that time I was like, this is really interesting, you know, I could get into it. But when I got into the game further, I started playing, it was for fun. No, I just wanted to be cool with it. Yeah. And then over time, I started falling in love with the game, actually. And when I started, it went past love. I became so passionate about the game that oftentimes, you know, I would go out, like after class, you know, just go out and play basketball till about 9, come back all sweaty with uniforms, dirty and everything. I had to wash late night so you can be ready in the morning. And I just fell in love with the game. And since then, it's always been my greatest love. I don't think I can ever fall out of love with it.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, facts. I'm looking into the camera, facts. I can't fall out of love with basketball.
Okay. Did you ever take it professional?
Yeah, I played basketball professionally. Okay. Played here. Started out with a team called Charging Rhino. Okay. Initially, it was in the 2nd division. I had a very great group of guys like Fame, you know, Bongo Min, Walter. We had a great group of guys. And then we went to the NBL. Okay. I went to the NBL. I left.
Oh, you got promoted?
Yeah, we got promoted. Took the team to the NBL. That same year, I won MVP. You know, I won top scorer. We won the championship. So basically, it was a glamorous year for us. Okay. We did amazing things. And then I left and went to uni. Okay. I went to uni. When I got to uni, I was playing for the university, but at the same time, I was playing pro ball. So I played in a couple of leagues around India. I played around Bangladesh. Okay. Played around Nepal. Went a bit to China. So I played in a couple of leagues.
You're having clubs there now?
Yeah, I had clubs who call me, you know, like come and play for us, come and play for us. So I had a pretty good time, and I can't complain. I did the best I could. And then when I got back, I came back and started playing for Pemba Warriors.
Okay.
Of course, manager being Ambrose Tashovia, played for Chambogo Warriors 2011, 2013, they won the championship.
Yeah.
And then after that, started playing for the national team for a long time. And then till, you know, I decided, you know, I need to pump the brakes a bit and fall back a little bit more into my career.
Okay, you hung up the boots.
I didn't completely hang up the boots. You know, sometimes I get that urge. I need to get back into it. My body is still able. But right now, I'm trying to fall back into my career a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, talking about career, you're a commercial print and editorial model. Tell us more about that.
Well, commercial print, you know, editorial model. Well, Bev, right off the bat, what I can tell you is Cora introduced me to all this. He called me out, told me, man, you can be really good about it. You can be. But being a commercial model for me personally, it's a way of showcasing your confidence. Okay. It's a way of gaining mileage. Yeah. It's a way of reaching out to people. It's a way of selling the product. Yeah. As a person as well. So the companies or the organization or the advertising groups that do hire you to do their job, they have the utmost trust and belief that, you know what, you'll bring out what exactly they want. And by so doing that, they're looking for mileage in return. So when you give them that mileage, it sells them a lot more. So they're looking for the best person that they can possibly get to do that. And for you as a person, as a model, I do feel you have to be able to showcase those skills as a person on a bigger platform. Because most people, most times you find they have the skills, they're confident, they're well-spoken, you know, they have good communication skills and all these other attributes. But when you put them in front of the camera and there's a lot of people,
they freak out.
They kind of fall a bit, you understand? They kind of fall a bit. So me being able to do that, it spoke volumes about my confidence, my communication skills, and me being able to express myself, regardless of who's there or who's watching, and being able to sell somebody's product, which is a plus for me.
Okay. Which brands have you worked with?
Well, I've done for MTN. I did MTN Pulse ad, which is playing everywhere. I did Canon Soda. I've done Ego Lager. I've done Pulse Bet. I did Bet City. Wow. Just to mention but a few. But away from that, I've also done a couple of music videos. So I did Martha Mukisa Tevatu Chawa. Apparently, it has about 1.5 million views. And then I've also done Azawi, the latest one, which has been out for about a month, which is Bamutute.
I saw you.
Yeah, Bamutute. So it has picked up, and, you know.
Hey, Bamutute. You took away Azawi in the movie. We're talking of the movie. In the movie, hey? You took her away, or they took her away from you. What was the script?
The script was... I know, how should I put it? The script was...
You stole her from someone? Or
I didn't steal her from somebody, actually. Somebody was trying to steal me from Azawi, but at the same time, another bad man in the streets came and showed me, like, well, what you're fighting for, you also can have it. You understand? At the end of the day, I ended up going back home. Oh, okay. So basically, the whole story behind it was... sometimes as men, the things which sway us, you know, the things which get us off the right path. Like, yet you have something good at home, there is something small in the streets which like really throws you off. You could end up losing something big at home just because you're running after something. And that something you're running after is something that everybody could easily have. You understand? So at the end of the day, when you come to realization early that, oh, this is not really good for me, you go back home to what's really important.
Oh la la. So how is it working with Azawi? How was the experience?
It was an amazing...
Swangs Avenue.
Swangs Avenue has always been, like, for me personally, I consider it to be one of the best production houses in the country. Working with them has really been amazing. But I've worked with them before on MTN Pulse. They're very grounded, very professional. They're very articulate in the way they do their thing, and they're very open-minded. You know, they tell you, they call a spade a spade. They're not going to sugarcoat anything, which is something I really value and appreciate. Because when you're working with people who have a very high level of integrity, and, you know, they're pretty good at what they do. But working with Azawi overall, man, it was really an amazing...
It was amazing.
It was really amazing. That's why I tell you, know, it's not good to really judge people before you know them. She's a very grounded person, very respectful, easy to talk to, easy to get along with. And she's just good people at the end of the day. She's very chilled and good people. Plus the whole production crew, manager, Jayla, Young Weezy and everybody, like Benon, Julius Chaze, Viboyo. Everybody, man. Yeah, the amazing group of people.
Finally, before we go to the drug abuse and alcohol abuse, any special mention to Bliss?
Any special mention to Bliss?
To Bliss, yes. How is it working with Bliss Models?
Bliss
and
Models,
Cora?
Bliss Models has been nothing short of phenomenal.
Okay.
For me, like Cora has been an amazing person.
Yes.
He has opened up a lot of doors for me and a lot of doors for other people in the agency. You know, he puts his heart on the line every single day. He goes out there looking for things that people can engage in or what people can do.
Yeah.
And what I can tell you about Bliss, like Bliss has just been a blessing.
Wow.
It's been a blessing, not only to me, a group of young people I see want to engage in something productive instead of sitting back and doing something else. They're engaging in something productive.
Okay.
So Cora, general as a person, very upright, very straight person. And you know, he's very direct. I can't say anything, you know, wrong. I haven't yet seen any outside. Cora's just been amazing. And to anybody out there who wants to join modeling and you're looking at Bliss, I think Cora is the right person for you to talk to. He'll take you places.
Perfecto. Wow, what a big mention to the big man himself, Cora. And finally, just in 1 minute, I want us to briefly talk about drug abuse and alcohol abuse. How do you help those who are struggling with drug abuse and alcohol abuse? How is it a specialty as we have looked at your profile? Yeah,
like I've had a lot, personally for me, it's a personal area for me. I've had a lot of friends. I've had a lot of people who have fallen like victim to that. You understand? And over time, as I grew up, personally for me, because people know me, I don't smoke, I don't drink. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but you should know your limits. You understand? But there's certain things, substances, you don't have to get to. And looking at some of these kids and looking at some people, before I look at the drug abuse, you need to look at exactly what the problem is with them. Because before somebody gets to the point of abusing drugs, there's a void they're trying to fill. There's something empty, there's something lacking. There's something traumatizing or something they've been through a life experience which has kind of like changed them. And they feel like that's the best way to run away from it. But little do they realize, you running to that, like you're shortening your chances of getting to your full potential as a person. Because there's so many possibilities. Let me say you're young, you're 10, 15, 20, 25. You have a whole life ahead of you. Like when you get these drugs get in the way, you don't have a chance to get to your full potential. Now, what I normally do with them, you talk to them about the detriment of most of these drugs. It's to your detriment as a person when you consume the drugs. It's not to anybody else's detriment. So if it's going to mess anybody up, it's messing you up. So you talk about the dangers of these drugs, first of all to your health. Your life expectancy is going to be shorter. It impairs your judgment. You understand? It impairs your judgment. You don't look at things realistically. And when you have such a mentor, you talk to them about people who have overcome it and have seen how those people have grown to their full potential. And you ask them what they aspire to be or what they want to be in the future. And then you explain to them how to get to those places, because these drugs are going to stand in the way. Basically, it's like a turnpike. So it's like a turnpike. You have to go over it every time. Now, every time, if you can't go over it, you can't get to the other side of life. I know it's a tough journey, but like they normally say, everything good in life is on the hard side. It's never on the easy side. So you have to be willing to make that sacrifice, take them through that journey, talk to them. Every time you feel like, you know, you're about to relapse or, you know, anything of that kind, you can always call me, talk to me. We can talk, chat about it, whatever it is, because a lot of people don't have people they talk to or people they vent to. So when you give them that shoulder or you open up to them that way, it makes them feel like, you know what, no matter what happens, you know, I can always run back here. Somebody can talk to me, somebody can support me. And at the end of the day, when they get to the top or they get to their full potential or they achieve what they want to achieve, they're like, you know what? I wish I had not got into it, but still, you know, now I'm here now. I'm really happy, I'm grateful. Which is a good thing. Wow. You understand?
Wow. Quite exciting. Thank you very much, Mr. Mark. We're just going to go for a short break, right? And when we come back, we're going to ask a certain few questions about your life, which will excite those who need to know who Mark is, the other side, Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Angelton Eisa, Prince of the Sun, and we've just had very captivating information from Mark. If you haven't learned, oh my God, then you would be lying. But this is Coffee City, our amazing host that gives us the best coffee that we are all enjoying.
Best coffee.
Let's go right for this break, and when we come back, we shall have the other side of this show. See you right after the break.
Did you hear what I just said?
And I'm going to ask you this one last time. And if you lie to me, I'll walk away.
He has to be mine.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and I'm here with Mr. Mark. And now we're going for the second segment of our amazing show, where we're going to ask Mark a few cheesy questions about his life, and he'll be able to answer as fast as he can. Please, just sit back, relax, and have fun. Yes, Mark, welcome back. It's quite amazing again to have you in this show. It's really informative, and I'm sure people who have watched have really learned a lot, to be honest. But now, let's go back to the other side. Are you ready for this?
I was born ready.
So, Mark, would you date a fan?
Would I date a fan?
Yes.
Well, break it down for me. What do you mean by fan exactly?
A fan, this person has watched you modeling, has watched you vixening for Vamutu Ted and says, I like that guy. Would you actually date that girl if she came and said, I'm your fan?
Well, being a fan is one thing. Me liking the person is another thing. But definitely, you know, like they normally say, you know, love comes from the strangest of places. You never know. You never know. So, like, generally for me, I'm open to all possibilities in life.
Don't go around the corner. Tell us.
Hey, my friend. But anyway, I could date a fan if you have the qualities, you know, that I do like. Or like it's not a problem with
I
that.
saw you going around.
It's only going around. I was trying to break it down for you so that you understand it fully.
So you would date a fan?
I would date a fan,
so,
honestly.
So, Madam Fan, if you're there and you've been seeing this guy, Vamutu Ted, also you go and you fight for him, you'll get him. So, Mark, what do you do in your spare time?
So, what I do in my spare time, I'm a financial consultant. That's what I studied at uni. And my major was finance.
Okay.
So I have extensive knowledge as regards to that field. So I have things I attend to during the day, like the whole week, like Monday to Friday, from 8 to about 5 every single day.
That's quite an amazing spare time.
It's not
in
amazing.
Your spare time, you do financial. Oh my God.
Financial, that's what I study. I need to fall back into my career. I need to practice.
The right time you be there modeling, then spare time you go and do your financial things. While others are employed in full-time jobs doing financial management.
Others are employed.
Wow.
Yeah, I do it. So I could say it's like something I've always loved. I've had a knack for it. I've always had an affinity for it.
Okay.
Right from childhood and stuff. But I mean, I love playing with numbers, money, and everything.
Oh la la. Okay. Numbers, money, and girls. What's your annoying habit?
Annoying habit? What would I say? I can be a bit of a pain in the butt when it comes to like when something is not being achieved. I can relate it to so many things, but what I can do, like I can start with basketball because sometimes I used to put in a lot of time into what I do. So when I feel like somebody is not performing the way I expect them to do certain things which are obvious, I can be a bit like I'm up in your face and tell you, man, you need to do better. You need to do this, you need to do this.
Are you a perfectionist or something?
A bit, I could say that. So much of a perfection when it comes to certain things. It can be a bit, but as I've grown older, you know, I've learned to make a few adjustments here and there, like not all people are the same. Not all people are born with the same competitive fabric. So you have to learn to strike a balance and make those necessary adjustments so you can be able to work in a team.
Perfect. What would you want to be remembered about?
As in a legacy?
Yes.
Like when my time is done? Well, basically, I would just want to be remembered as a person who impacted so many lives. Like, it doesn't like impacted, I help people in so many different ways. I don't want anything like in terms of like personal achievement, not really so much. I don't really value it so much, but how you touch other people's lives and what impact you have on them goes a long way. Goes a long way for me.
And finally, if you had to write a book about yourself and your life, what would the title be?
A book myself and my life. That's actually a very good question, you know. A book about myself and what the title? I think I'll just write about myself to be the journey of Mark Okidi.
The journey of Mark Okidi.
Yeah, the journey.
In capital letters, bold.
Yeah, bold capital letters.
Underline.
My journey. Everything I've been through in life, and I'll be as open as I possibly can.
Wow.
All the darts, all the good things, whatever it is, because somebody else out there in the world could be going around, could go like facing the same problems. But you know, nowadays, everybody wants to show I'm living a very good life. I'm living the high life. That's what people showcase on social media, everything. But at the end of the day, there are things you don't talk about that really eat you up. So if you get an opportunity to share that with the world, and some other kids or somebody feels like it's okay for me to come out, even if I don't have this, so I'm like this. I mean, it will be really so good. You can touch a lot of people.
Wow. And finally, we're done. Just tell the audience in 20 seconds a few words of encouragement and advice in 20 seconds, then I can close the show.
First off, right off the bat, what I'll tell you is if you're interested in something and you want to do it, your craft, hone your craft, you know, work hard at it. Don't let nobody tell you what you can do or what you can't do. There's always too many naysayers, too many critics telling you, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, you as a person, what you can do best. Don't let nobody throw you off like you can't do this, you can't do that. You have the ability to reach your full potential, and all of us as human beings, we do have a lion lying inside somewhere. We just need to awaken that person so a person can fully come out as a person. And then lastly, what I can tell you as a person is everything good in life is on the hard side of life. You're never going to get anything if you're in your comfort zone. Trust me, you're killing yourself. There's nothing good for you. Everything good for you in life is on the hard side of life. So if you're ready to take that step to the hard side of life and endure what comes with it, trust me, you're ready for success.
Yes. Wow. And finally, tell them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's called My Star with Asa.
My Star?
With Asa. With Asa. My Star with Asa.
Okay. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, My Star with A-Star. All the content is going to be out there. Trust me, you're going to enjoy it. Don't miss anything.
Ooh la la.
So much coming your way.
Okidi said My Star with A-Star. That is cool. My Star with A-Star is right here, and we're lucky we've had Mr. Mark Okidi, who has given us lots of captivating information and very inspirational, above all motivational talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one simple agenda to close this show. My name is Angelton Asa, Prince of the Sun. This is Coffee City, where we've had amazing coffee. Just toast to that.
There's coffee in the city right now.
Ciao, adios, I'm done. Peace out.